Did Charles Oliveira deliberately injure himself to pull out of his scheduled bout against Islam Makhachev at UFC 294? The fight was scheduled to take place in Abu Dhabi, the same city where the Brazilian previously lost to Makhachev at UFC 280. Leading up to the fight, Oliveira expressed discomfort with the venue and raised concerns about potential promotional bias in favor of his opponent. 2 weeks prior to the scheduled bout, Oliveira withdrew due to a cut near his eye, and Alexander Volkanovski stepped in as his replacement. Oliveira's injury has given rise to suspicions that it might have been a calculated strategy to avoid competing in Abu Dhabi. At least that's what Bilal thinks.
Charles got what he wanted. He's not fighting in Abu Dhabi. As a fighter, you understand the game, right? The training is the hardest part. But the biggest fight of your life, the biggest rematch of your life, you get a cut 10 days before the fight in your eyebrow. Like, who are you training with, bro? I've been in the training room. I've seen it happen, right? Anthony Pettis, before his fight with Dustin Poirier, 1 week before, he got split open. Eyebrow cut to the core, and I was like, why did this happen a week before the fight? The world didn't know about it. Anthony got it surgically repaired, stitched up. It opened up in the fight, but he still went in there and fought. To me, Charles never wanted to go to Abu Dhabi. He never wanted to fight in enemy territory, as he said. He wanted it where he wanted it. Do I say he did it purposely? Who knows? But he chose not to fight.
Moving on, Khamzat Chimaev has revealed that Paulo Costa's girlfriend slid into his DMs. But before we learn more about the story, please subscribe to Takedown MMA and turn on those notifications. Thank you. Chimayev and Costa will not be fighting at UFC 294, but it doesn't mean that they don't have a score to settle. A few weeks ago, Costa claimed that Chimaev slid into his girlfriend's DMs. He even posted a screenshot of Chimaev's message. More so, Costa's girlfriend also replied to her boyfriend's tweet saying that Chimaev should be ashamed of himself for dragging Costa's family into their pre-fight shenanigans. But guess what? Costa's girlfriend, Tamara Alves, was the one who started it all, according to Chimaev.
She writing to me, she deleted the message, she write to me, please Khamzat, don't take it like serious and like he wants to make money. And she delete that. And I just send a picture to her, and that funny picture, to just have fun. And I don't know against anything his wife, you know. She write to me like, it's not personally, and don't take it, we try to make money. And yeah, but I just sent a picture, and I told her, people don't make money with that way, you know. You have to be a man. Anyway. Jokes, I understand, trash talk, but it has to be on one line, you know, so don't jump over on the.
What do you guys think? Islam Makhachev has made it clear that he no longer values the UFC rankings, exposing his indifference towards them. Despite his stance, he finds it irksome that he currently holds the number 3 spot in the men's pound-for-pound rankings, trailing behind Alexander Volkanovski, whom he defeated, and top-ranked John Jones, who has 1 win in 3 years.
They put him number 1, the number 1 guy right now, who he beat last 5 fights. We don't have some name from top pound-for-pound rankings. And I just want to say about the rankings, about all these things, this is I'm not followed anymore.
Makhachev is out here accepting short-notice bouts against the toughest dudes in the fight game. That's who he is, a man who'd never say no to a fight, unlike John Jones, who forced the UFC to cancel UFC 151 because he didn't want to fight Chael Sonnen on short notice.
This is what UFC champion have to do, like a real champion. If you're a real champion, you have to take fight, doesn't matter how many days, who is gonna be, not like your pound for pound champion when they give him Chael Sonnen. If you're a real champion, you have to fight.
Conor McGregor isn't very pleased to hear Makhachev disrespect Jones. Here's what the Irishman tweeted, and I quote, "This guy is a gumbean. This is what happens when cousins have sex and have a child together. This is the result." What do you guys think? The Nevada State Athletic Commission has unanimously decided to overturn Mayra Bueno Silva's second-round submission victory over Holly Holm. Additionally, Silva will face a fine of $11,250 along with $300 in prosecution fees. She will also be subjected to additional drug testing, which will be conducted 30, 15, and 3 days before her next fight. The decision to overturn the victory stems from Silva's positive test for Ritalinic acid during a pre-fight examination preceding her UFC Vegas 77 headliner in July. The positive drug test cast a shadow over her impressive second-round finish, which could have secured her a title shot in the 135-pound division. However, the ruling means that she will have to return to less prominent fight placements. Here is what Silva said in her official statement, quote, "I want to thank you so much for your patience during this process with the Nevada State Athletic Commission. During today's hearing, the commission approved our agreement to be suspended for 4.5 months from the date of my last fight. I am so happy that the NSAC understood the battles of mental health I overcome daily, and that with this agreement they have acknowledged I was in no way, shape, or form looking for a competitive advantage with the medication I take for my illness." Moving on, Kasanganay has revealed he's happy that the UFC decided to fire him. Kasanganay, who is widely known for his knockout by Joaquin Buckley's memorable back kick, was released from the UFC in late 2021, sporting a record of 9 wins and 2 losses at the time. While getting cut from the UFC can be a devastating blow for many fighters, it turned out to be a blessing in disguise for Kasanganay. Following his departure, he engaged in 2 regional-level fights before securing a contract with the Professional Fighters League in early 2023. Competing in the light heavyweight division, Kasanganay has secured 4 consecutive victories within the PFL's Smart Cage, with 3 of those wins ending in spectacular finishes. He now finds himself on the verge of becoming the next $1 million sensation in the PFL, needing just one more triumph to attain this prestigious achievement. All thanks to the UFC.
I remember in the Bud Light room right in Atlanta, and I look at Coach Lentz and said, "Thank God the UFC cut me." So I was just so happy because I was like, man, like what other situations? It was challenging to get fights there. Like all my friends who are doing well there, great. All the people who are doing the organization, I love people there too. It's like nothing against them. I'm just happy for me because who knows when I would have got that $1 million fight.
Will Kasanganay be the PFL's next big star? The UFC has recently conducted a significant roster overhaul, leading to the release of 10 fighters. One of the notable casualties is John Makdessi, a Canadian veteran who had been with the UFC for an impressive 13 years and was known for delivering thrilling fights. Interestingly, Makdessi's release comes weeks after he complained about tax deductions for his fight at UFC 293 in Australia. The Canadian lightweight took to social media to share a detailed breakdown of his recent earnings. In his post, he expressed dissatisfaction with the significant deductions he faced, including taxes, medical expenses, airfare, and other costs. He revealed that after all the deductions, he was left with only $28,000 from his initial $58,000 show purse. The list of fighters let go by the promotion also includes Jake Collier, Hannah Goldie, Shane Young, Tucker Lutz, Kamuela Kirk, AJ Fletcher, Andre Fialho, Carl Deaton, and JP Buys. The UFC's move appears to align with its strategy of creating space for new, cost-effective talent signed through Dana White's Contender Series. Was John Makdessi fired by the UFC for complaining about pay? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. To stay up to date with the latest happenings in the world of mixed martial arts, please subscribe to Takedown MMA and turn on those notifications. Thank you for your continued love and support, and we will see you in the next one.